Hi and welcome to the Lemonade Car Show on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Lorraine Sommerfeld. Tonight, it's all about insurance, and as always, we'll be answering all of your car-related questions. The Lemonade Car Show is brought to you by OMVIC, Ontario's vehicle sales regulator, and we're produced by the APA, the Automobile Protection Association. The APA is a consumer association. It's membership-based and nonprofit, so we benefit you, the consumer. You can reach us at apa.ca or by phone at 416-204-1444. Joining me today is John Raymond. He's an industry consultant and APA advisor, and Pete Karageorgos. He's with the Insurance Bureau of Canada. We'll also be taking your calls this evening at 800-968-7836. We're also trying something new. If you want to reach us by Twitter tonight, just go into my account, Tweet Lorraine. There's 3 E's in there. Tag me on it. That's with the A sign, not the numbers, but the A. And I've got an iPad right here, and your question will come up, and we'll take it on the air as we go. Welcome back to the show, Pete.
Thanks for having me, Lorraine.
First time this season, I think, for you back.
Yes, it is.
Good. And John, you're here repping the APA, which is always cool. Yeah. Insurance is always a crowded, crazy hour. I'm really glad you're here, and the questions will keep coming.
And an important show for us.
Very important. Yeah. Everyone has to have insurance, and nobody knows what they're doing for the most part. Something I want to ask both of you, because it comes up a lot. The difference between an insurance company and an insurance broker. We see a lot of this. I want to know the upside to both, because a lot of us just call an insurance company and ask for a quote. Tell me the difference, for starters.
Well, an insurance company is that body that actually sells the policies, underwrites those policies. They send you typically a lot of stuff in the mail. The broker is an intermediary. They may sell for many different insurance companies. So a broker typically is a person who works for you as the consumer. Some insurance companies will sell directly to you. Some insurance companies will sell directly to consumers through their agents, and agents are independent folks for the most part, but sell just for that one company. And then brokers sell for many different insurance companies. So there's a whole host of different ways you can get insurance.
We get these questions all the time at the APA, and we actually work with a broker for our members. We have a special member rate, and often people are calling up, should I go direct or should I deal with a broker? And at the end of the day, it's your choice. Rates usually are the same whether you deal with a broker or whether you deal online. That's what we have found. And we also found that you build up a relationship. So your broker will be able to answer some questions that you may feel uncomfortable to ask the insurer.
Yeah, your broker typically is your advocate at times too. They're your go-between, you and the insurance company. So they will go to bat for you. Your agent will too. It's just that you have a place to go in terms of asking questions a lot of times. Sometimes if people like doing homework on their own online, this is the day and age where you Google everything, and insurance is like that too. And you can typically run your own insurance profile online without the use of a broker and go directly to an insurance company.
It's a difficult place for consumers because of endorsements, so people don't know the codes on automotive insurance. I have a 46, I have a 53, I have a C, and that's where they really need a broker to explain over and over again what those are.
And a lot of those online things, they're really fun. You put in all your information, you go, doing this, and then it goes, okay, now give us your number to call. You can't have my number. Why do you think I'm doing this on the first place? Because the internet, you can do everything in your underwear, right? Like, you don't want to talk to somebody. That's why you're doing it on the internet. And I know Deb Arnold, who the APA uses, she's been on this show several times. She's awesome. Like, she's great to talk to. And sometimes if I've got a question, I don't want it going to an insurance company. We'll get to it later in the show about rideshare and things like that. But if you just have a question, if you call your company, they got their headset on, they're entering your question right into your file. You can say, no, they're not, but yes, they are. That's why
and that's why we're here, though, too, because the Insurance Bureau of Canada, we're the trade association. So we represent 90% of the companies out there that sell home, auto, and business insurance, and we have our own consumer information center. Its mandate is to provide consumers with answers to questions that's unbiased, that's not connected in any way, shape, or form to the insurance company.
Is there that degree of separation?
So there is.
So how do they get to you?
They can reach us through our website, which which is www.ibc.ca.
Okay, your information's coming.
Or they can call us in our toll-free number, and we're open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's a free call. It's 1-844-2-ASK-IBC or 1-844-227-5422.
Okay, now my head's like doing that swimming stuff when you give me letters instead of numbers.
Well, you know, it's meant to be catchy because it's simple. It's 1-844 to ask
online presence is important because I know people like going to see online and getting their quotes, so they have an idea what pricing is prior to either going direct or through a broker.
And it's also nice from our perspective, though, too. We get many people who may want a second opinion. It's like going to a doctor. You may want to check what you've been told, perhaps by your broker, by your agent, or even by the company. You can call us. You can email us. We're not into answering via tweets, but we do respond.
We have tweets.
We do have the ability to email answers. So for those people who want the convenience outside of those hours, you know, a question hits you in the middle of the night, you can send us an email and we get back to you within 24 to 48 hours.
I think what's good too with trying to find out information on your own, if you're shopping for a car, we tell people, and the APL tells people, get an idea of what your insurance will be before you commit to buying a car. That might mean you need to check on
component.
5 or 6 different models or car makes before, you know, to get an idea. So
and that's an important situation to consider before you buy the car, because it's a cost that happens every 6 months or every year, however long your policy is for with that company. And there are companies that sell you 6-month policies, there are others that sell you an annual policy. So it's good to know which cars may have higher or lower insurance rates.
who's still doing 6 months? I thought that was pretty much eradicated. Because I know motorcycles can't get 6 months anymore.
No, you can't get for motorcycles, but there are still some companies.
So the one thing that you need it for, you can't get it for. Is that?
Well, motorcycles, because of the riding season, their premiums, and we can go into this in a whole other show talking about motorcycles, is it's weighted differently. Those rates are typically weighted during the driving or the riding months. And fortunately this year, you know, if you're a bike owner this year, the weather's been so great in the GTA that you could have driven throughout most of the winter months anyway.
It used to be that you could cover 6 months, and then they stopped it. And so when you say to me that there's car policies that are 6 months, I'm surprised, because I thought if they're going to.
Pete, you're not supposed to be saying that with tires, with the tires in cold weather and motorcycles.
But you know, again, there's opportunities there for people to look at the equipment on their bikes.
So if I put winter tires on my bike, then I get a discount.
Right.
Well, that's a good question.
I think it's a really stupid question.
Great question, but you know, why would you want it? And so that's the other thing. One of the other points I was going to mention about IBC and our website is for older vehicles. So typically 2 model years and older, we have a section on our website called How Cars Measure Up. And it's great for people who might be in the market for a car and seeing if the model that I want and the car that I want, how does it rank compared to the other ones that I'm looking at?
Rank in terms
of
of
insurance costs,
and
how effective they are. So, or how they rank to other vehicles. Is it high? Is it low? You know, typically when I look at it, the vehicles with the best insurance, lowest insurance premiums are typically the older Buicks, the big, exactly.
Yeah. If you're going to have no fun in this car, we'll let you have no fun in this car.
That burn the most gas.
Yeah.
Create the most CO2.
Well, and people will say, but I want a newer model car.
Yeah.
And so we say to them, use that as a guide. Because typically if there's a vehicle like the Hondas, they've been producing Civics for 20 plus years, the trend is there. And so the newer models likely, if the older ones were expensive or inexpensive to insure, the new ones will follow that trend. And it's typically for most of the vehicles out there. We're not seeing a lot of, you know, newer cars, you know, even some redesigned vehicles that they may come out with a redesign. Typically your insurance premiums on those likely are going to be similar to what the older prior models were going to cost.
I got about 45 seconds. The APA, as you said, they do recommend a broker. Is there any other things that the APA can help you with insurance-wise?
We could actually point you in the right direction, whether it's to go to IBC or to go to our broker. Our broker asks questions. We'll be happy to answer questions to our members. If it's something pertinent, we'll even go through another source.
So it really is not just cars, insurance as well,
Anything that requires you to be on the road.
and keep you there safely.
And keep you there safely. So you have to talk about the changes in insurance
You know what?
after the break.
When we come out,
All right.
I'm just going to hand you the earpiece so you can take this away after the break. Okay, I am so not needed anymore apparently, which is just great. The Lemonade Car Show, brought to you by OMVIC, Ontario's motor vehicle sales regulator, returns after this short break. When we come back, we'll be taking your calls, 800-968-7836.